after some soreness developed in his surgically repaired right ankle following 2 hard workouts. He was just being cautious as he was going on a vacation, but does not anticipate it being an issue when camp begins. Well, let me just give everybody a heads up on this. When Dak Prescott was seen on a vacation in a walking boot with his right ankle as the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys with a contract extension pending at some point, maybe never with Dallas, maybe $60 million plus with everyone else, I don't think this is going to be no big deal. I think this will be something that he will be asked about over and over and over again. Well, it may actually be no big deal, Hembo, but I think the conversation around a Dak Prescott injury that we didn't know about, that was seen basically TMZ style on vacation in a walking boot, is clearly going to be something that we discuss.
Oh, it's far from ideal. He's the quarterback of America's team, entering a contract year with about as much pressure as any player in the NFL has on his shoulder, and we learned about it in the most bizarre of ways. And given the fact that there's very little happening right now by way of news and pro football, of course it's going to be a big story, and it's going to drive all the local conversations on sports talk radio and the like. In reality, it's probably not a big deal at all. It probably won't impact performance at all. But could it be a distraction? Might be the kind of thing that we think back about if Dak doesn't look quite himself when he takes a weird sack in week 6. I mean, these are all things that are on the table because of the way that the Cowboys have positioned themselves. They have not done the thing that you're supposed to do. They've not paid the quarterback at the time which they were supposed to pay the quarterback, and thus everything that happens between now and the day that he hits free agency will be considered a big deal.
Why is Dak not holding out?
Why should he?
Well, I mean, it's not really.
I would never have
quarterbacks do, right?
I know, but I would never have asked that question if not for this split second of, wait, what if God forbid he gets hurt? What if he never gets the generational wealth money that he has, the set for life money right now, and maybe generational wealth, but he will be getting generational wealth.
You think he should walk and hit free agency?
Yes, I
think he should. I think that's the best thing for him to do.
I do. Especially since I think he loves the coach he's playing for, and I don't think they love the coach he's playing for. Mike McCarthy has become extremely underrated, believe it or not, over the course of time. But my point is, he's injured. He's 30 years old. He's in a contract year. They desperately need him. Nah, I'm not taking the field. You guys can find me whatever you want.
It's just not really what he does. It's not really what quarterbacks do.
I know that.
He's not a hold-up type of guy.
Especially not what he does because of who he is or who we know him to be.
He has never given the Cowboys a reason to treat him like they treat him. He's always been the model citizen, the perfect citizen. I think it was news when he missed a day of practice, if memory serves. I don't remember exactly when that was, but I remember there being some sort of Iron Man practice story with Dak Prescott. The details of that escape me, but the point is, Dak Prescott has been the model citizen from day one in Dallas, and they have continuously, for bizarre reasons, not treated him accordingly.
And imagine if he said, you know what, that's over. I mean, we've seen it happen, right?
CeeDee Lamb is much likelier to hold out than Dak is.
But I'm saying we've seen players look at situations and say, I know I've always been this way, so you assume I'm going to continue this way. Well, I've decided to not continue this way. I can give you 2 examples off the top of my head right now. Literally, it just happened with Klay Thompson. I know you assumed I was going to be no maintenance, and I was not going to ask for anything, and I was just going to take whatever you give me, but not anymore. I mean, Tom Brady. You know, all right, I know, like, you assume that I'm going to take this money because I've always taken less. I'm going to go somewhere else. Like, it happens.
Sure.
And so if Dak Prescott ever was like, you know what? I'm not going to be this way. That this ankle injury, while it's nothing with nothing, like, what if it was something? What if that 60 drops in half to 30 on, like, the Paul George 2-year, $60 million deal that he was insulted by? Like, what if I can't get money? I'm just saying, it's actually amazing that he has not taken any kind of approach like this.
He has had a unique opportunity to exercise unprecedented leverage for an NFL player, and to date, he has not exercised that. But if Dak Prescott winds up playing about as well as you might expect him to play this year, and he hits free agency, the kind of interest that he will garner next summer is the kind of thing for which you could make a documentary. Dak Prescott entering free agency in the form and fashion that he might, we're talking $65 million a year, fully guaranteed. We're talking about like the Deshaun Watson contract on steroids.
And by the way, there's Dak Prescott sound we're going to get to in a second here. the ankle injury, just using that as an example, he could now show up every single day and be like, nah, ankle's bothering me. I know you guys don't see it. It's killing me.
I wouldn't be so cynical.
No,
not with him.
No, I'm saying he's not going to do that. What I mean is if you show up every day and you don't feel physically...
That was interesting.
Stats.
But this has been the worst.
Everyone's on, right? Everyone's
the worst. It hits of all time.
Here's Dak on the recent conversations about the contract with the Cowboys from 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part, for me, as y'all know, I've been letting my agent do that, especially as we get right here to training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing everything I can within the organization and on the football field to make sure that I'm my best and everyone around me is their best, and the money and all that will take care of itself as it always has.
Day one, it's just Dak.
Okay.
He's not using the leverage. He's going to play through injury, and he's going to be really rich at the end of it. But probably not for the Dallas Cowboys. It is Gritty, presented by Progressive Insurance. For a job you'll love, visit Progressive.com.
So, forgive me, I had to take a phone call that was coming. I have to go look at a job here, and there was the homeowner calling me just to verify some stuff. So, Dak Prescott, of course, is towing the line that he's always towed, which is, I don't play for money. I play because I love to play football. The money just comes with the job title, okay? It's like me. I work for money because, well, I actually enjoy working too, but I need the money, okay? So it is what it is. But apparently towing the whole line that, I pay people or they take a cut to manage these things, okay? There's conversations that have gone back and forth. At least he verifies there has been some talk going back and forth. Of course, we see on the Mike Greenberg show, the shit starters are trying to say he should hold out. Why? Why force their hand right now? It doesn't matter for Dak Prescott. We saw Kirk Cousins early in the season rupture his Achilles tendon and still get $45 million from the Atlanta Falcons. He got injured before, broke his ankle, and still got paid by the Cowboys at that time, one of the top tiers. So maybe Dak Prescott should raise more of a stink, pay me and get me help to win something. But that's just not who Dak Prescott is personality-wise. And you have to look at it from the standpoint of saying, Dak's done pretty good with the way he's done things. Dak has done really, really good. He's made about $200 million from the Cowboys. He's set to make about another $200 million more. He's probably made well over $100 million in endorsements. So, what's the rush? It's not like, Dak Prescott is not like when the NFLPA was worried about having the players locked out, that they made a fund so that way NFL players would have some money just in case the strike went on. Because, a lot of the players live week to week. They get that check, boom, they get finished with football. Some of them are broke within a couple years. That ain't going to be Dak Prescott. Just is not. It literally is not going to be Dak Prescott. So, whether he gets that big fat check this week or next year, it doesn't matter. It's still coming. So, there we have it. All right. Dak Prescott. There's been conversations back and forth. The ankle was hurt in workouts, not at tight end U. Peace.